Now, I do understand that part of your papers requires use of calculators. To that effect, I expect you to familiarize yourself with whatever calculator of your choice. If you got questions pertaining to how to use your calculators, it's the same. Subscribe, follow this page, and then drop your questions at the comment section, and I will answer those questions. I'm going to take a very simple question, but to be clear, as simple as it is, any question we treat here is pulled out of your past questions for your GSCE or your West African Senior School Certificate examinations. Question: simplify 8 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 6 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 4. Well, this is the same thing as 2 raised to the power 3. That's 2 times 2 times 2 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 6 multiplied by 2 raised to the power 4. Now, our rule says we deal with brackets first. There are no brackets. And then we're here. We deal with off, order, or indices. So let's deal with indices. If we want to multiply this, it's the same thing as 2 raised to the power 3 plus 6 plus 4. And this is the same thing as 2 raised to the power 13. Clear and simple. What if we had something like this? 3 raised to the power 12 divided by 3 to the power 7. Well, this is the same thing as 3 to the power 12 minus 7. The simple rule is when you're multiplying numbers with the same base and powers, you just have to add the powers. However, if you're dividing numbers with the same base and power, you just have to subtract. Nice and easy. 12 minus 7, and we'll have 3 raised to the power 5. And that's it. Easy. Take some word problems. This is example 3 now. Show that 2125 can be rewritten as a product of cube numbers multiplied by a prime number that is between 10 and 20. Show that this figure 2125 can be written as a product of a cube number multiplied by a prime number that is between 10 and 20. It's very simple. 2, 1, 2, 5. Let's start by dividing it by 25. If you divide this number by 25, you can use your calculator. You'll get 85. This means that 2, 1, 2, 5 is equal to 25 times 85. All right, let's pick this one. But 85 is the same thing as 17 multiplied by 5. 17 multiplied by 5 is the same thing as 85. So 2, 1, 2, 5 is the same thing as 25 times 5 times 17. Oh, but 25 is the same thing as 5 times 5. So if we have 25 and it's 5 times 5 times 5, it's a cube number, isn't it? And they talked about the cube number. So we have 5 times 5, that's 25, times 5. This is a cube number, which is equal to 5 cubed. So we got a cube number. And it says 2125 is equal to 5 cubed multiplied by 17. But the question says, show that it can be written as a product of a cube number multiplied by a prime number that is between 10 and 20. Is 17 between 10 and 20? Yes, it is. Therefore, 2125 can be written as 5 cubed multiplied by 17. That's it. Clear and simple. Example. What is 0.28 as a fraction of 0.8? So this is going to involve converting from decimal to fraction and then simplifying the problem. 0.28, change it to decimal, change it to fraction, meaning you have to bring out the integers that you see, which is 28. But to get a fraction, you always need a sign, division or over. But what is it going to divide? First, whatever you see, this dot becomes 1, and the rest of the numbers after the dot are going to be standing for 0. So 0.28 to fraction is the same thing as 28 over 100. But we need to simplify this further. So let us first divide by 2. We divide by 2, we have 14, and we have 50. We can divide by 2 again. So this is 14 over 50. But we can divide by 2 again. If we divide by 2, we'll have 7. If we divide by 2, we'll have 25. So 0.28 to fraction is the same thing as 7 over 25. It cannot be further divided. Thank you. Now it says, what is 0.28 as a fraction of 0.8? So we still need to change 0.8 to fraction. Again, bring out the integer, and the integer we have here is just 8. Put your division sign. But what is it going to divide? You start with the dot. The dot is replaced with a 1. And the next numbers that you see after the 1 is replaced with 0. Is there any other number after the dot? No. So we have 8 over 10. Can we simplify this further? Yes. What can we divide with? 2. So if we divide this by 2, we get 4. If we divide this by 2, we get 5. So change 0.8 to fraction, you have 4 over 5. Clear and simple. But that's not the end. The question says, what is 0.28 as a fraction of 0.8? So meaning, what is 0.28 as a fraction of 0.8? Thankfully, we've changed it to fraction. So what this is asking us is that what is 7 over 25 divided by 4 over 5? Thankfully, we all know that when we do division of fractions, all we have to do is to multiply and then invert the denominator. So instead of saying 7 over 25 divided by 4 over 5, we are going to be writing 7 over 25 multiplied by, we invert this denominator, it becomes 5 over 4. 5 over 4. Now that we are multiplying, multiplication, they say, is commutative. So it means the numerator can multiply the numerator and the denominator can multiply the denominator. Nice and easy. So this is going to give us 7 times 5, 35. 25 times 4, that would be 100. So we got 35 over 100. But this is not the simplest form yet. So to reduce it further to the simplest form, what is the common factor here? I'm thinking 5. Yes, 5 can divide this. I have 7, and 5 can divide this. I have 20. So the answer is 7 over 20. Any questions? Got a question? Put it on the comment section and I will respond to you. But of course, before you ask me any question, you have to subscribe and follow us. Like this video if you're enjoying the video so far, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.